I don't know about anybody else, but I'm keeping my eye on the prize, guys. I know there's a lot of distractions right now, but the bankers know what we know. Listen, and it's documented right here, guys. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. In today's video, it's mainly about the major event that's incoming, guys, and how I'm going to take advantage of that event. We may as well, because they always do. So, look at this. Why do you expect a big reset of the global financial system? This is insane. Our financial system can be changed in almost any way as long as the main world trading partners can agree to the changes. Okay? But given how sensitive this issue is, nothing can be said in public. Oh, isn't that strange? Is that why the Redditors in the XRP community is? Don't you find it really odd that there's only one community in the cryptosphere that has Redditors, and that is connected to XRP? Wait, nothing can be said in public, so that's why they say things in a childish way, or in riddles, in cartoons, right? Any official comments about a new Plan B will crash financial markets. Plan A immediately. Central planners know the only way to plan a reset is to do it in total secrecy. This is why investors have to watch what central bankers do instead of what they say and prepare themselves well in advance. What's happening with gold? Well, we know a lot of buying. Right. In theory, all debts worldwide could be wiped out on a Sunday afternoon. We could start from scratch with a new balance sheet the next morning. A new reset will simply bring our monetary system to the next phase, guys. The wait is on for Bretton Woods 3.0. Look at that. So these banksters, these people, I don't know where that document is from, guys, but it seems like they know that there is a planned event that takes down or that crashes the financial system, guys, and a new one is brought forth as a solution right away. Now, guys, I'm going to pause on the catalyst they're going to use to or for this transition, okay? And first, we're going to talk about, well, this is quite interesting, Bitcoin, and how Ripple is truly the chosen one. This new paper is a true declaration of war. The ECB claims that early Bitcoin adopters steal economic value from latecomers. So the consequences of Bitcoin. Okay, this comes from the European Central Bank. Wow, I've heard this name before. I've seen that name before, guys. Right? I think possibly connected to Ripple. Let me do a quick search. I knew it, guys. Look at this from the BIS: cross-border payments interoperability and extension. Right? We come down here, guys. Check this out. This is insanity. Okay, Ripple stated right here, and then his name is right here, guys. Right? Ulrich. Look at that. What? Guys, he's literally attacking Bitcoin but promoting Ripple. Guys, I just cracked the code. We literally just cracked the code. Please like today's video. Thank you. The original promise of Nakamoto 2008 to provide a world with a better global means of payment has not materialized. Instead, the focus has increasingly shifted to Bitcoin as an investment asset promising high capital gains. Again, listen to that, okay? Bitcoin will keep going higher and higher and higher until one day they literally collapse it. It's going to be tied with collapsing the current financial system, okay? Well, that's just my belief. So right now, I'm going to take advantage of Bitcoin going higher because that means it triggers alt season. Right? I don't own any Bitcoin for this fact. I'm going to only buy Bitcoin when it's minus 99 point something %, right? Because I do believe they'll bring it back up, but it's changed. It's to something more green. Promoters of this investment vision put little effort relating Bitcoin to an economic function, which would justify its valuation, while most economists argue that the Bitcoin boom is a speculative bubble that will eventually burst. We analyze in this paper the impact of a Bitcoin positive scenario in which its price continues to rise in the foreseeable future. Oh, interesting. Did they just confirm us? What sounds intuitively promising, or at least not harmful, is problematic, since Bitcoin does not increase the productive potential of the economy, i.e., the wealth effects on consumption of early Bitcoin holders can only come at the expense of consumption of the rest of society. If the price of Bitcoin rises for good, the existence of Bitcoin impoverishes both non-holders and latecomers. Wow, guys. Again, no, guys, his name, right? His name, right here, right? It's literally the same exact name, which they listed or named Ripple right here, guys. And Swift is there as well, right? Talking about cross-border payments. Crazy, isn't it? Right. Bill Gates says, "I would short Bitcoin if there was an easy way to do it." Michael Saylor then replied by, "If you really hate Bitcoin, then short MicroStrategy. I promise we are not selling." Right. So one of these people will be wrong, and one of these people will be right. Which one is it? Or will they both be right and wrong? Such as, we pump here, Michael Saylor is right, dramatically. He's going to be going crazy. Collapse. Bill Gates is right. But no, they're both wrong, because then we go back up again. It's changed forever. No one is calling we are, guys. This is ridiculous. Even, not to mention, even the Federal Reserve official says Bitcoin remains worthless after 12 years. So what do they know that the public doesn't know? It's a little bit strange, isn't it, guys? Look at what the ECB, since they hate Bitcoin, guys, stated on November 30th of 2022, the bottom of the bear market for cryptocurrencies. The ECB said Bitcoin's recent stabilization was an artificially induced last gasp before the road to irrelevance, guys. Right? Interesting. Again, a final pump, right? Before the collapse. Then Ripple just came out beyond the legacy. Central banks chart their path into the digital future with blockchain.
Paying with cryptocurrencies today is minuscule compared by doing a wire transfer. So people need education to understand that we live in a very fine balance of a digital feudalism, as I call it. And they need to educate themselves, and they need to use the right tools, so we don't end up like in a Big Brother world 5-10 years from now, right? So the quest is not over yet. The revolution, paying with cryptocurrency.
And now we target the catalyst, guys. This comes from Globe Eye News. Breaking: Chinese President Xi Jinping orders military to prepare for war, guys. So let's think about this. Do you guys see what's happening right now? This is why I believe a black swan could be looming, guys. Right? Because of all this, it's literally trending. It seems like the next black swan event will be tied to this right here, guys. Right? But I don't think this black swan event that's coming up right away will be the collapse moment. I think it's the one after. Right? But for now, Donald Trump says or calls for Iran's nuclear facilities to be attacked as well. Right? So this is upcoming, guys. Look at that. With all the chaos and destruction that will take place in the near future, guys, why do you think I hold XRP? Right? Why do you think I hold XRP? It's simply for this reason. Not only I think of it as a safe haven asset, or a safe hedge against calamities, but as well, I believe it will be one of the main coins that controls the new system. Right? Breaking from CNN: the Nazis is investigating a leak of highly classified Nazis intelligence about Israel's plans for retaliation against the other team. Right? This is very much not good, guys. Look at that. Right? So it's literally in plain sight of what's upcoming. For them to reset, for them to take everything down, it's going to be tied with one of these events, guys. Right? To bring everything back up. 2 minutes of why you are a fool if you don't invest into XRP. But this isn't financial advice. Please like today's video, because we're going in deep this time around. Check this out.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and the Federal Payments Task Force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director of SWIFT, former SWIFT board member, former CFO of PayPal.
Okay, guys, I just want to pause right there. But this is what's weird. All of this is literally in plain sight, and they tell you, right? But a lot of people still dismiss what's happening in front of their own very own 2 eyes.
PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team. Ripple, who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's High-Level Advisory Board on FinTech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, Worldwide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website. Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.
I mean, guys, exactly. So I mean, they tell you right here, it's all what? Central planners know the only way to plan a reset is to do it in total secrecy. But there's a double meaning. It's not, because it's in plain sight. Right? But I guess you have to have an open mind at this point, because the world is literally upside down. The bubble is worse than 2008 and 2000 combined. Let that sink in, guys. Right? It's just getting worse and worse, guys. This thing will die at some point. Unrealized losses at United States banks are at 7 times higher than during the 2008 financial crisis. Insanity, right? The 2008 financial crisis was at this time, guys. Right here. Look at all those bars. This is what? This is 2024. Compare those bars with that right there, right? Or unrealized losses. Look at that, guys. I mean, yeah, it's going to be on a grand magnitude, guys. Grand magnitude. But this is, again, it gets fishier by the second, guys. No one else will talk about this. But we will be 589 steps ahead, or I will at least try to connect the dots. And that is all for today's video. Comment down below what do you guys think, but I do believe it's literally, the proof is literally in the pudding. All you have to do is search for it. Not financial advice, but it's in plain sight. I'm happy, guys. I'm excited. But it was so face, see ya.